Hey guys, Rafferty Pendery here. In this video, we are going to talk about one truth and exceptions. Like, how do you do the exceptions thing? Check it out. So first off, on my channel, I talk about this concept of one truth. That means that we establish one way of doing things, one source of records, one source of truth. That means that we're not saying, well, yeah, we do it like this, except. And the reality is either you need to establish a policy because that is the way you want to do that, but it's not an exception, or you have to really recognize the hard truth. Maybe I shouldn't be doing it this way. Maybe I shouldn't make that exception because now one person has to remember that this one scenario is different than all these other scenarios. That is it worth it? And a lot of those things adding up, stop, halt, completely put the brakes on growth. Exceptions are the death of growth. And the tricky part about these exceptions is they can come with these like various ways of wording it. Like it doesn't feel like an exception maybe because it's like, well, this one situation's unique. Well, we'll just do it that one time. Just this one time we'll do it. One time becomes another time, becomes another time, becomes people don't believe that you have a one truth. Because if they're allowed to do it this way or allowed to do it that way or they're allowed to do it any way they want, well, it's going to be a mess because it's going to be done every different way. So if you have people on a job, let's say you have multiple staff in one area of your organization, so you can look for what is the way we should be doing this, and you start to find the exceptions. And it's fascinating to be able to actually dig in and go, wow, we are really doing this a different way here. Okay, let's clean that up. Let's stay on top of it. Let's get this established. There is one way to do it. And there shouldn't be this, well, you know, for this one time, we're going to do it differently. I'll give you a couple examples. Your company has a policy when people make a payment, if they have, you know, a certain amount of time in order to make a payment based on when you send an invoice. If you go past that time, then you cancel their services. You're then the finance person responsible for doing this, or an executive or the area, and you see that a customer is going past that time. And you're like, well, you know what? These guys are just having a rough time, so we're going to make an exception. Well, these guys are going to get to it. Well, these guys have been a customer for a long time, and so, you know, we'll kind of go with it. The problem is, and I've literally seen this, we have experienced this. If we start doing that, if we allow that, then all of a sudden we find that person's late again and again and again and again and again, and you have people chasing it up, and then other people can do that. And so it's insidious. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. If you can just imagine a pack of sheep there with a wolf in the middle, and he's got like this, you know, sheep cape on that looks like it. That's what an exception is. Exception is the death of growth. What we want to do is establish how things need to be done. We get that put in place. We get people following it and then stay on top of it, making sure that they're doing it. That's the diligence that it requires, is being on top of it. Over and over and over again, you're looking at what's actually going on and making sure that it is following your one truth. And exceptions are the death of growth. So don't allow that to happen. Get in there, get that stuff cleaned up. You'll be amazed at how much growth you can cause, how much simplicity you can bring in life, how much competence staff can have based on the fact that you actually do that. Comment below and let me know some of the one truths you might have in your business. I want to hear about it. Thank you guys so much. Share this video if you think it'll help anybody on earth. I appreciate you guys. See you in the next one.